Good morning and welcome to another very exciting edition of the Saturday Breakfast Show with me, your host, Nangula Nayemba. As always, I have the most exciting lineup for you today. We're going to start off with a little bit of exercise, get yourself ready for what we have in store for you. And then obviously after that, we're going to have a little breakfast with our special guest for today. Stay tuned for that surprise. So are you ready? I know I'm ready. Let's get into it.
And I'm a nominee for Female Model of the Year, and I'm watching the Saturday Breakfast Show, sipping my coffee at home like, yeah.
JC Conspiras, and I am Miss Charm Namibia 2021. Shout out to everyone, shout out to the Breakfast Show.
Good morning, Namibia. My name is Diana Nahole. You can follow me on Instagram on Diana, as well as @Glorious Kitchen, which is also a page on Instagram which I just launched. It shows you different recipes and steps on how to create certain dishes. So today we are going to make a healthy smoothie bowl. It will consist of strawberries, blueberries, bananas, some granola, instant porridge, and oshikandela. So first we'll start off with our strawberries. We'll chop those up and just add them to the blender. We'll then add in some blueberries. This ones you don't have to chop them up, you just throw them in as they are. We'll then peel and chop up one banana. And then you'll add in some instant porridge. As well as some oshikandela. This helps to just thicken the smoothie because you want to make it something healthy and something that will make someone full. You know, you don't just want breakfast and then an hour later you are hungry again. Okay, so then we'll blend this. Once that is done, you add it to your plate. Chop up some more strawberries for deco. Open your granola and just sprinkle as much as you would like. Add some nuts. These are good for children. It helps children a lot. So you add those. Add some blueberries. Peel up and slice one banana in half. Add that to your dish. Add some granola onto the banana. And then you finish off with some honey. And that's your healthy smoothie breakfast bowl.
Hi guys, I'm Ina Higari, a member of parliament. You are watching the Saturday Breakfast Show.
Welcome back to the Saturday Breakfast Show, and I have a very special guest with me today. He is a private banker by day and an actor by night. Mr. Adriano Visagie is here with us today. I'm a huge fan, I have to say that. I'm fangirling over here. So welcome to the
I love
show.
that intro, actor by day, banker by day, actor by night.
Do you like
yeah.
that?
I do,
I
I
should
do.
put it
yeah.
in your bio.
I should,
Hashtag
actually.
Wheezy. Pay me my coins. I want my flowers when I'm still alive.
I'll definitely give you a shout out for that.
So
yeah.
how are you? How have
I'm
you
well, thank
been?
you.
How's COVID? How's everything? Talk to us.
We're woosaying, but first and foremost, you look so beautiful.
Oh,
I think we're matching, yeah? Is it? Okay.
The
yeah.
universe has conspired once again.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I'm well. You know, despite the times that we're finding ourselves in, I think I'm grateful that we're still alive. I think there's so much to celebrate. Life, happiness, being here.
Preach.
Yeah, there's so much to be grateful for. I think
Right.
where we are, sadly, you know, this is where the world is and where we're heading to. The world also needed a pause button. And I think sadly COVID is that.
Yeah.
But here we are. We need to just celebrate the now.
Has that also, now that pause button also been true to your own personal life?
A lot.
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
I think now more than ever, I value personal time. I value what I spend my time with and who I spend my time with. Not that it has changed, you know, significantly.
Growth.
It's just I enjoy this, you know, work by Monday to Friday and really Netflix and just being at home.
So you're a little bit more grateful about the things maybe we might have taken for granted.
Yeah.
Previously.
Buying flowers.
Yeah.
Yeah. The little things,
The
you
little
know,
things.
having to give someone something. It's the value of that, the value of time. Now more than ever, I appreciate that. Yeah.
So how is acting in this pandemic? How has that been for you? What's your experience?
You know, with our film doing really, really good.
I have to congratulate you on that, guys. We're international with it. Katutura has. Okay, let me speak for yourself. Yeah. Because otherwise, I'll speak in context. Because you know, I'm just gonna be.
Yeah. You know, obviously with the pandemic, the industry has been affected. We can't perform, we can't gather, we can't have a lot of people in theaters. And with Kapana, I think we're going international. It's growing. It's accepted in festivals. I think the notion of the film.
Cannes Film Festival. You might have heard of it. It's a small little festival. It's what?
In France.
In France. Ooh,
yeah.
Girl.
Yeah. So I mean, we're currently now in the States as well. So it's really moving. There's something up on our alley, which is next month in September, where we'll have it in Accra, Ghana. So we're really keeping fingers crossed that we will attend, because most of the festivals, unfortunately, we couldn't attend. So
because of Miss Rona.
Yeah. But then, you know, you're appreciating what the film is doing, because I feel why I've also read the script and signed on to this project is because of the message of this film. Yeah.
So you everything that you're talking about right now, you've experienced a lot of success with this film, not just this film in particular, but with your whole career. You are, I would say, you know, successful in the whole acting industry, which is not a very common story here in Namibia. What can you accredit your success to? And what do you think sets you apart in such a difficult, let me say, climate? Yeah.
Consistency.
Yeah.
You know, I was telling the makeup artists now, you find artists that keep coming up. You find artists that really want to break through into the industry, but it's that thing of following. You and I have had this on the live before, following versus credibility, where people value a following more as opposed to the consistency. And you need to ask yourself, what is your longevity? What is your purpose of the brand? What is my purpose of why I want to venture into my art?
Right.
So I think what has set me apart is consistency, sacrifice. You need to understand that this industry does require a lot of work. I mean, we've got a camera crew here, we've got this table, we've got, and it's a job. People need to understand that it's a job. You need to respect Nangula, you need to respect the person that made her dress, the hair, the makeup, the camera crew. So I think valuing those people and setting that standard really has, you know, metamorphosized myself into where I am today.
Right. I just want to touch a little bit about that. In Namibia, the whole creative industry is not as respected as maybe the professional sort of corporate industry. You juggle both.
Yeah.
So why do you think that is? Why do you think we don't celebrate arts, makeup, fashion, you know, acting? Why is that, do you think?
You know, a very beautiful example, I would depict our Olympians, Boma and Masilingi. You know, when you look at their story, Hank, their coach, struggled. He had hurdles that he had to go through. And only when they reach an international level, and
all of a sudden,
we're so vested in it. And, you know, I believe Coach has approached many platforms to say, you know what, I'm knocking on your door. Are you able to give me sponsorship? And sadly, we didn't find that.
Right.
Because then they didn't believe in the potential. I think as corporates, let's start investing, not only investing, but believing in the arts. The artistry that I've seen in NAM, from the south to the east to the west, if we believe in our artists, in our creative industry, what Namibia can do will blow Africa's mind away.
Right.
So I feel let's start investing in our people. Let's start investing like, you know, I always appreciate a woman that looks good as you because it takes effort.
Right.
It takes a village.
Right.
The hair, the makeup, the
Wardrobe,
set,
right,
wardrobe,
yeah.
the heels, everything.
Everything.
It's artistry.
Right.
What has kept and given us hope in this pandemic? The art.
Exactly.
So let's invest into it.
Yeah.
You know, let's not just wait for government.
Right.
Let's start approaching corporates and saying, we're knocking on your door. Are you able to invest in an artist? Are you able to say, you know what? I hate this word influencer, but make someone an influencer for your
Right.
corporate. How are you able to invest and transform that person's business?
Right.
Believing that their art is in essence a business. Yeah.
Do you think it's a generational gap, whereas this new world and this new sort of wave of creatives and entrepreneurs is sort of still, I don't want to say paying the price, but we are kind of paying the price for maybe a previous generation's decision making and sort of thinking, or do you think that's what it is?
Absolutely.
Right.
Digitization has, you know, now we've got Zoom and we've got
it's
Teams.
a new world. It's a
new
changing world.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, we can do business from home. We create content from our rooms. And I feel...
Make money off the internet.
Exactly. We need to move with the times. Sadly, it is where we are. Long gone are the days of, Nangula, this is my CD, please play my song on the radio.
Right.
We don't do that
We don't do that
anymore. You know,
anymore.
you gotta promote it. You gotta push. So it's really education. Let's emancipate ourselves. But also importantly, as Namibians, let's collaborate.
Right.
You know, when people Google Namibia,
Right.
if people Google Namibia, they will not see an effort from one person. They will see a collective effort because we've collaborated in saying we're celebrating the Saturday Breakfast Show because everybody's tuning in.
Right.
We're celebrating Adriano as an actor because we're celebrating them. We're celebrating Beatrice Maselingi and Christine Botma because everybody is tuning in to support.
You're now on the international stage. Where do you see us as an industry in 5 or however many years?
Yeah.
Talking middle term, not long term, because I feel like that's a bit, wishy-washy.
Yeah.
Let's speak about practical. What do you see us in the next 5 years?
You know, as an industry, we've grown. You know, we as Namibians, I feel we perhaps might not have a lot of soapies like The Queen in South Africa, but in terms of film production, we are doing an exceptional job. The films that are being produced in Namibia, the quality are really doing good. And for a southern African country like SADC, where Namibia really stands out, we're doing exceptionally well. So we can do better in terms of production and it's sort of being longevity and really saying, you know what, how can Angola be part of a production that's going to be up next year? So as an industry, we are growing. I really want to motivate people to show up for auditions. You know, a lot of people always think, oh, I just get a call or a script gets written for me. I stand in the queues for an audition. I don't get a bypass. You know, I want to educate our people to really show up for auditions, show up for the opportunities. If you feel that, you know, it's too far-fetched, show up. Even if you just do the makeup, even if you American production, if you carry the water on set, do it.
Yeah.
You know, it shows your interest and it shows your contribution to the industry. So I see us more Netflix.
Yeah.
I see more awards. I see us in.
Why do you think there's more international interest in what Namibia has to offer versus, national interest or, let me say, investment? Because, I mean, all these outside people come here all the time and you see us on, like, big, huge blockbuster movies shot in Namibia. But it seems like back at home, nobody really cares. Why do you think
I
that
almost
is?
scream now.
Scream!
Because, you know, the diversity of our country is so beautiful. You know, we talk about where the ocean meets the desert. We talk about culture, the beauty of Kapana, the beauty of our culture. You know, you drive through Independence Avenue, you see the Ovahimba women. You're celebrating the Herero dress, the Damara dress. You're celebrating the Ndelela. There's so much to celebrate. And I think this is the authenticity the world wants. And if we as a people can stand together and say, this is the content we want to create, this is the content we want to get out there, more Beyoncés will come to Namibia to shoot music
Maybe
videos
we'll
here.
create our own Beyonce.
We'll create our own Beyoncés and send them abroad. Because we come from a place of authenticity and we're rooted. And this is the rootedness that the world needs to hear.
And we clearly have a lot of talent, such as yourself.
Thank you.
So we have to wrap it up now. You know, I get so carried away, especially when one of my favorite people is okay. So what advice do you have to give to like people coming up after you, your younger generation? What would you have to say to motivate them? You know, just put them in the game?
Study,
Right?
study, stay in school, graduate at your own pace.
Right.
I feel as a country, we've got access to education. We've got people that are willing to say, you know,
Free education.
free education. Our Minister of Education, they're doing so much to plow back in education. If you need assistance, holler at me.
Right.
You know, I feel every girl child and boy child needs to go through the process of education. I've got a feeding program that I'm working on with big corporates. So please, as a youth, find your position in this country, find your position in yourself, and all your dreams are valid, no matter where you are. You can be in the south, you can be in the north.
Right.
Use your space to create. Use your environment. Don't wait for tomorrow, because
Right.
you might be sitting on a mindset of this project will happen tomorrow, or I'll wait for the right time.
And if COVID has taught us anything,
It's to
that,
do it now.
Amen.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I feel like I just came from church, Hal. My spirit is rejuvenated. Thank you so much, Adriano, for taking
Thank
the time
you.
out to sit with us and,
Thank you.
inspire the youth.
Thank you.
And that's a wrap for today's breakfast segment. Stay tuned.
Hello, I am Petrina Aaron and I'm happy to be here, and shout out to the Basketball Artist School. Yeah, yeah.
Hi everyone, I'm Angeline Wieland and you're watching the Saturday Breakfast Show.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching the Saturday Breakfast Show, and stay tuned.
Hey, shout out to Mano. Mano, the designer to look out for. There she is. Come on.
Yes!
And the designer of this, and this, and this, right there.
In one day!
In one
One
day.
day.
You are watching the Saturday Breakfast Show.
Oh, you are watching the Saturday Breakfast Show?
Andi kutsu, tu, tu, tu. 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 Andi dulu, du, du, du. Andi dulu, du, du, du. Yeah, what come do that? Kise umwemo sipofo tinyenge, kise umwemo ndambo na tinyenge, ohandiko winyenge nonangwe, andiku shangele andiku lombwele nonangwe uninjirete, andiku yambeke andiku kandele nonangwe uninganilenge, andiku shangele andiku lombwele nonangwe uninjirete, andiku yambeke andiku kandele nonangwe uninganilenge, andiku tso 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 tso, andiku tso 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 tso, andi dulu du du du, andi dulu du du, oh yeah. Nina monda momo mwavarama, ilegina kipo safafana, nina ngotopi agana opafana, ngoli monda mbo wakana, ya. Andiku shangele andiku lombwele nonangwe uninjirete, andiku yambeke andiku kandele nonangwe uninganilenge, andiku shangele andiku lombwele nonangwe uninjirete, andiku yambeke andiku kandele nonangwe uninganilenge, andiku tso tso tashi tso tashi, andiku tso tso tashi tso tashi, andi dulu du tashi du, ai andi dulu du ai du, tashi. Oh yeah.
And that's a wrap for today's very exciting show. I hope you had fun. I know I certainly had fun. And I hope you actually learned a lot today. We don't just have these conversations just for conversation's sake. We are here to inspire, you guys and, you know, teach you a little bit of something. So I hope you walk away from our show having learned something, feeling a little bit better, feeling a little bit more inspired. As always, we'd like to send a huge shout out to our sponsors and everybody working behind the scenes tirelessly to make sure that I look like this and everything goes off without a hitch. And that's a wrap for today, guys. See you again next time. Ciao.